OK, so Jeremy's actually over because there's a new series starting tomorrow night on ITV, a big-budget period drama called Mr. Selfridge.
Yes.
OK, and Jeremy plays...
Harry Selfridge.
Harry Selfridge himself.
Yes.
Which is a great... Congratulations, the star role. Nice job, nice getting that.
Thank you.
So let's have a look at the clip. This is you in action as Mr. Selfridge. How many shows are there in this series?
There are 10 episodes.
Right, I've seen the first one. I enjoyed it very much.
Thank you.
Here is Jeremy Piven as Mr. Harry Selfridge.
Mr. Selfridge, these figures...
Not now, Crab. We have a store to open. All well and accessories, Miss Martle.
We are missing half the ribbon consignment.
Improvise. I know that I can rely on you and your excellent assistants, can't we, ladies?
Yes, Mr. Selfridge.
That is the spirit. I'm proud of you all.
Well, get on with your work.
What do you think, Grove? Your honest opinion.
Honesty, Chief. You really think London is ready for all this?
Ready for it? London is crying out for it. We're giving them style, glamour, razzmatazz. Once they see what we've done here, there'll be no turning back.
Mr. Selfridge. That's one for the Downton fans right there.
Yes.
I love that period.
You know,
there's a lot of other characters as well in it.
There are so many great characters.
Lots of stories.
And it's the best cast I've ever worked with, and I really mean that. And it's also funny and kind of sexy. I'm never sexy, but the rest of the kids are very sexy.
But he was a bit of a dirty dog, the real Mr. Selfridge, I believe, was he not?
I wouldn't say he's a dirty dog.
Why would you not say that? He was a dirty dog. This is what I understand. I read up and he was a dirty dog.
Listen, Jonathan,
he was at it all the time.
I've read some weird shit about you, man. I just got to be honest.
Yeah. Probably all true. Probably all true. OK. Wipe that smile off your face, feel the power. OK. But you didn't film it in Selfridges, did you?
No, we didn't. We filmed it all around town, and we were in Neasden. Yeah.
Well, you weren't staying in Neasden, I guess. You were filming in Neasden. Where were you staying?
I was staying in Belsize Park. I was the only single man in Belsize Park. Wow.
But you get plenty of action, I'm sure, wherever you go, Jeremy, don't you? You're a single guy. You're not bad looking, I'll be honest with you. You're OK.
I do.
You scrub up well. You seem smart and quite hygienic. OK, you've got a nice smile about you, a nice smile. I bet you can turn it on. You're an actor, so you can fake it.
Right.
I bet you get... and I bet you do. You get plenty of action, I guess.
Tell me you're going to cut this out.
Yeah.
No, it's all. That's the only thing that's going to exist.
Everything about Selfridge out. We just leave me grilling you about the amount of action you get.
I love it. I love it.
How many women did you sleep with while you were in London filming? How many? How many exactly?
Here's the reality.
How many's name can you remember? How many?
Here's look at this. You've never had so much fun.
How many? How many?
I'll be honest
figures?
with you.
Double figures?
Listen.
Triple figures?
We were up at dawn every day.
I bet you were. Never mind. What about the rest of them? 1,000 women he slept with in a week.
If you can believe it, we had a job to do.
Oh yeah, I bet.
So I basically was one of the most. I was definitely the most boring guy in Belsize Park.
Yeah, I bet you were.
I got a drum kit.
Okay, so you
Yes.
you fancy yourself, or you are quite a skilled drummer.
No,
I believe.
I know. I'm viciously mediocre, but I love to play.
You love to drum.
I love to drum.
You love to drum.
And I got a kit, and it was in my living room, and I came home from work, and I threw my stuff down, and I immediately just started playing, and I'm sweating, and I look up, and everyone in my building was surrounding me, screaming to please stop, begging me that I'm killing their children.
Well, you know, because the drum, even though I'm sure it's fun to play, and I like hearing it in bands and stuff, there are very few times when you actually enjoy a drum solo. Or a drum being... Normally, I thought they put them into gigs so that you had a good time to go to the toilet. That's when they have normally... Yeah. I mean, only drummers really enjoy drum solos. Do you not find?
I enjoy a good drum solo.
You know what they say? They say, what do you call someone who hangs around with musicians? You've heard this? A drummer. You know, it's not something that you... I'm not saying that you know what I'm saying. Yeah. If someone can play the piano and is next door playing the piano, that's a beautiful thing to hear. You go, I'll turn the TV, I'll listen to the piano.
Okay.
Someone can play. If you live near a flautist, if someone nearby is a flautist who can play the flute, you would listen to the flouting. But the drumming is just, it's a nuisance.
You think that John Bonham or Keith Moon or Dave Grohl, none of these guys are...
They're fine, but you don't want them playing next door to you.
Here's what I'm going to do. If we do a second series, I'm going to buy a loft in Shoreditch, all right? And I have nothing but drums.
Just a drum loft?
Just drum off, and every drummer from every band in the world I'm just going to invite over, and we're just going to lose our minds. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to invite you over, and we're going to chain you down. And then I'm going to make you listen to us.
So let me get this straight. You're going to chain me up and make me listen to drums, and you're going to kidnap and circumcise Bieber.
Yeah.
Is that right? they're your 2 New Year's resolutions.
That's it, man. What more do you want out of life?
OK. Mr. Selfridge is great fun.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to seeing how it plays out. They only sent me the first episode. I enjoyed it very much. Mr.
Yeah.
Jeremy Piven, ladies and gentlemen. Great fun.
Thank you, sir.
Jeremy. Great to see you again. Well, I did say it was a packed show, and I think it certainly has been. Let's now get my final guest out. Will you please welcome the power-tastic Phil the Power Taylor. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Come and have a seat. Thank you. I don't want to squeeze your hand too hard then, because I know that can lead to trouble sometimes.
You're all right.
We'll talk about that in a minute. Winning your 16th world title. What a feeling. And that was a close one, wasn't it? That was quite close, that last
It was
match.
the 200 grand first prize, what I'm more excited about.
When did you first make...
titles, you can't eat titles.
Well, when did you first make serious money out of darts? Because I know back in the early days, didn't Eric Bristow lend you some money? Some of the other dart players helped you out?
Eric sponsored me back in about 1987, I think it was, 1987, 88, and to go to the world. We used to have world ranking tournaments then, where you travelled around the world, like Vegas and Belgium and Jersey and places like this, where you'd pick ranking points up. So for go there, I mean, I had no money. I was on about £70-odd a week wages in them days. Wow. So Eric sponsored me, and then he sent me to all these places. Wow. On the condition that I paid him back, which was great, really, because it made me into a winner. So once I'd earned £8,000 or whatever it was I owed him, then I was on bonus then.
Let's go back to the final, because that was exciting. And, you know, you made a joke about the money, I know, but it must be a big deal to have done it again. To have done it again and to actually stay on top.
Well, it is for me. I mean, I'm 52. I'm 53 this year, so it's massive. I mean, the young kids coming through now, all over the world, are just getting better and better and better. And the standards improved. It's like any sport, you know. They're more dedicated. They're not like the older players where they went out and enjoyed themselves. Now they're very, very serious.
Do you think it will be made an Olympic sport? I know there's been some talk about people wanting it to be. Will we see it at Rio?
I think it's. I think you've got to. Yeah, I think you might have a chance actually. I think I mean, some of the sports don't do as well on ticket sales, obviously. So if you want a great atmosphere, a bit of fun, and a load of ticket sales, then stick us in.
What's the argument against it being an Olympic sport? Do you know what they've said in the past? People have asked in the past for it to be included, and they've turned them down.
I think it's because of the alcohol. Obviously, anybody that plays in the Olympics wouldn't be able to drink alcohol.
And so what? The players are saying they don't want to go if they can't have a beer.
No. No, the people. I think most of the players would embrace it, yeah.
But it's a proper serious sport. There's big money to be won, as you said, and you got drug tested immediately after you won the final, didn't you?
Well, that's the biggest question. Everybody thinks you get all this money in cash, and you go straight down the casino or nightclub and whatever. You don't.
I bet in the early days you did get given a case full of cash, didn't you?
No,
never.
No.
Even when
never.
you first started out.
I did have the first tournament I won when Eric sponsored me. I think I was in Canada. It was in Moncton in Canada, and I've got something like 20 quid in my pocket. That's all I got, and I won £4,000 in cash. And Eric's waiting at the bottom of the stairs there. Come here, you. So I had to give him the money. He said, right, you owe me £4,000 now. So that's the way it was.
So you still only had 20 quid in your back pocket?
I still only had 20 quid in my back pocket.
Okay. So we asked you about the drug testing. So you did have a drug test after or just before the...
There's me papers.
It's all right. I'm trusting you. You don't need those
drug test papers, look.
If I was going to drug test anyone tonight, I'd start with Jeremy. Don't worry about that. Doping control form, big letters, urine.
Yes.
They don't test the other stuff
They're
as well,
taking
do they?
the piss, aren't they? Oh. What you have to do, you have to go into the toilet. You imagine you're me, right? You stand up. Okay. So you have to go into the toilet. And first of all, he shakes your hands. Congratulations,
Thank you.
I've been a big fan of yours.
I think it was one of my finest displays.
Well, great. Well, I've been a big fan of yours for 25 years.
I've won 16, don't you know?
So now you get that bottle there.
The bottle?
Bottle there. And what you have to do now, take the lid off.
We're imagining. Just imagine.
Take the lid off. No chat. Put it there. Now then, you go into the toilet. Now drop your trousers in your pants.
Wow.
And lift your shirt up.
Before we do that, do you have one with a wider top? Because I ain't going to get it in there.
It's about that big.
So you strip in front of them?
Yeah, you have to drop everything.
Wow. And so in the room.
And
but do you ever suffer from Shy Willy, as we call it? When,
every time.
Oh, my goodness.
Every time.
So
even with the wife, I do everything.
So how long does it take you to go?
It can take you... Well, what you do is you've got to do so many milligrams. It's about that far in the battle. Yeah. And you think you're dying to go to the toilet. And trust me, you do about that much.
That's it.
So then you have to put the lid on and go and wait for about an hour, keep drinking water, they turn all the taps on.
Wow.
And you have to sit there until you can fill this bottle. And then it has to be a certain consistency.
Now we're getting to the region of too much information, frankly. So they look at the colour and the text.
It can take 2, 3, 4 hours. I mean, jockeys, for instance, after they've been in a big race, can take 7, 8 hours.
Wow.
Because they're so dehydrated, see.
Wow.
It's fantastic.
You know, we've got you here, and if you feel fit and able, and you're not too doped up on the stuff that you take to win, I'm going to ask you to... We've got your darts here. Let's have a... I want to see whether I've got the skill against you. Would you like to see Phil play a little bit of darts, ladies and gentlemen? OK. Remember, you're meant to be a darts crowd, so you're allowed to go crazy, is that right?
Yeah.
OK, let's bring in the dartboard. Let's get up here, and you can give me some tips. Oh, I've dropped one already.
Can I change my shirt?
You want to put your dart shirt on?
Yeah, of course I
OK,
do.
well, in that case, I would like my dart shirt as well, please.
All right.
OK, Phil's going to go get his dart shirt on. Here you go. Get ready for this. There you go. There we go. I've got my so-called... It's Phil the Power, of course. I've got my my dart made as well, my shirt made. Oddly, weirdly, I had that nickname for my teenage years before I ever picked up a dart. Phil, let's bring Phil out. Phil, the Power Tailor's coming back out now, ladies and gentlemen, in all his darting finery, ready to show us what it takes to be a world champ. Phil, good to see you. Is it on the back then? Let's have a look at that. Yeah, the power on the wrist. All right. And if you'd like to come out, we need someone to score. And let's bring back out Jeremy, David and Sarah. Come on out, guys. And you get a chance to play against a world champion. Okay, so here we've got David, Jeremy and Sarah. Okay, so let's have a look at the nickname. The double 9 Lord. Piercing Jeremy Piven, and of course Sarah, free in a bed Millican. Free in a bed. OK, so, should we do one dart each?
Come on, then.
Put the foot on the other side of the hockey, we put it in the wrong place. So we do it.
David, you scored 19.
That's not bad, that's not bad. I can see you're competitive, aren't you?
19 or more to win.
USA.
No pressure.
You scored 10.
Go on, Sarah. Come on, Sarah.
Goes 19 or more.
25.
25. Phil, can you do one from back over there? Let's go. Let's do one for... Phil, if you get this in the board, you win the willy warmer from David, OK? Yeah, let's go over here. Guys, you come around the back here so no one loses an eye.
Yeah. If I get one in, will you sign it for me, Dave?
If you get one in, he'll wear it for you first. Further back, right back here.
Oh, Christ.
You can do... Phil, I think Phil can do this, don't you? Ladies and gentlemen, this could be a world record. If he gets the bullseye from here, this will never be beaten, I suspect. Okay? A little bit of pressure. Phil, the Power Tailor. Let's play darts.
Ready?
A bit of quiet, please, ladies and gentlemen. He needs to concentrate.
Where's your roll?
Oh, yes, come on, Joe. We're going to get one. No one's going home till we get one. That was rubbish.
Come there. Come where all right, this. Good luck down there.
Take a close-up of that, we'll edit it in, all right? Near like a semi-ball. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I think the drumming helped, free in a bed, time 9 Lord, whatever it is. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Nearly a world record.
Come and sit down, guys. Will you join me in saying thank you to David Tennant, Sarah Millican, Phil the Power Taylor and Jeremy Piven. Sit yourself down, relax. We've got the music.